it's me, Anne Marie. I just wanted to hop on here and share my excitement that I'm experiencing right now since IIN, the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, just sent me my graduation badge, which is just this really, 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 really accomplished feeling. You know, this is a year-long program, and I just feel really excited about that. Especially just coming back from Costa Rica last week and having gone through an immersion training of how to teach a retreat. You know, it's just feels like one accomplishment after the other, and these are like seeds that I planted last year that I not forgot about, but you know, you kind of go through the motions of your daily routines, and then all of a sudden you're at this place of, oh yeah, I did a thing, you know, and I have this to show for it, you know, whatever it is. And so it feels really amazing, and I feel really excited, and I feel really grateful, and I also just feel very content with the path right now, you know, especially because the whole point of me like seeking these trainings and doing any of this in the first place was to help pick myself out of the really dark place that I was in last year, you know. It was bad. It was bad. I was so stressed that I didn't even know I was stressed. You know, I was unconsciously partaking in substances that I thought were helping. You know, because I was so emotionally and mentally unstable, they were actually not helping. They were actually starting to go the other way, and I didn't know that until I learned the hard way, and my body like literally shut down. You know, and it was 3 weeks that I was in bed, where the biggest accomplishment that I had was getting into a hot bath. You know, maybe walking to the beach to see the sunset. You know, like praying that when I go to the grocery store, I'm not going to have a panic attack. Praying that if I'm sitting at the table at a restaurant for somebody's birthday, that I'm not going to freak out and have a panic attack and have to leave. Like, my body was so hypersensitive to my environment, and it couldn't, and it was uncontrollable. And I'm not the toughest cookie in the world, but I'm a pretty tough cookie. Like, I can handle, you know, I've been through so much abuse and trauma in my life that like I can handle a lot of things. So for me, you know, and that's what I kept thinking during that time last year, was like, for me to be down and out, like something is wrong, you know? And I approached, you know, doctors from both Eastern and Western practices, and I just was like, something's wrong. I need tests. You know, my blood is off, or like there's a deficiency somewhere, and I need help. And tell me what to do. And they all said to do the same thing. Said stop, slow down, unplug. And I was like, I can't. You know, I'm remotely working for this job, and I'm doing social media consulting for these companies, and I'm doing, you know, I'm doing things. I can't stop. You know, I just moved to San Diego at that time. Back, I'm originally from San Diego, but like, you know, I had just moved back from San Diego because I was living on Maui, and I was living in Telluride, and I had just moved back from San Diego, and I was working for these places, but also living in this place. And so it was a lot, and I didn't know. I was so stressed, I didn't know I was stressed. And they said, unplug from social media, take time off of work, do Qigong. My Chinese medicine doctor was like, this is what you need to do, because I refused to do it with a pill. I refused, but I respect Western medicine, and I needed that perspective to see if, to compare and contrast both perspectives of Eastern and Western medicine to see, if I can kind of create my own diagnosis and figure out how to go about it in a natural way. And, my Chinese medicine doctor said, nope, you need to do Qigong. You need to put your phone in a drawer. You need to, and leave it there for a while. You need to, these are this herbs and these are these remedies and this is this tincture and this is what your body is lacking, in this, and here's magnesium, and here's your diet for the next, month or two, which ended up being a total life changer. It wasn't just something I decided to take on for a month or two. And I said, okay, and while I started to pick myself up again, health-wise, while I was getting clean and going through major detoxing and getting my body to move again, in a way that felt passionate, or in a way that felt just inspiring and true to me again, just not monotonous, not doing the same things that I had been doing, switching that up, but being gentle with my body, not pushing it in any way, just letting it, giving it what it needed. And really that's what I feel like anxiety is, and which is how we get to an anxious state, is through copious amount of stress. And at least to that degree that I was in, at least the anxiousness level that I was at, that's what led me there. And so while I was healing, physically and emotionally and mentally, I started to go even further down the rabbit hole of sadness. I started to realize how misplaced I felt. I started to get to the real root of why I was covering up with all the busyness. And got really real about a lot of things in my life, and that, but also feeling hopeless about them, feeling stuck about them. So I got it was I was physically starting to feel better, but I was mentally getting worse. I was emotionally getting worse. So then I just was I need something. I need something to look forward to. I need something to do that I've never done before, but that's in alignment with, what I enjoy, which is teaching. So I decided to go to IIN. And I was it's a year-long program. If I'm just going to use this nutrition course to learn about diet and nutrition in a way that can benefit me, then it's worth it. If I end up coaching and actually utilizing this for what the program is for, then great. Little did I know that I would actually be able to blend the two, to be able to use the yoga teachings in a way that is in some ways more tangible, more digestible for people, more easy for people to grasp onto through nutrition and health coaching. So I'm so excited to not just have this new business, because it's not about my business and how I can save the world, but it's it's more so an accomplishment of all the things that it took to get through, to get to this place. That's what I'm excited about. And to remind us all that you really can have whatever it is that you want, and a life that feels good and in alignment with you and your true passions and your true gifts. So keep on keeping on. I'm so excited. AM Yoga and Wellness, live and in full effect. Take care of yourself.